Are you there? Are you on stereo?
Try me again.
All right, trying you again.
We're so close. We're so close. Oh, that's a different sound.
Oh, wow. Do you hear that?
What about now?
Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Well, howdy. Oh, wait, no.
Well,
we don't say that shit yet. Well, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah, speaking of, guess what I'm hearing right now? And I'm going to go out and come back in because I don't want that to happen the entire time for our first live stream show.
Yeah, and you can do that, but it also sounds, you sound very far away, like you're in a cave.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll be back.
Yeah, that'll be great. Out of stereo, but still, you're in a live stream show because you can't leave here.
And our first technical difficulty has already happened.
I can't hear you.
Let's do this again.
Which is great because I have us muted. This is the whole technology that we've rigged in this whole conglomerate of Zoom, stereo, YouTube. We have some carrier pigeons. We also do smoke signals. We're keeping the show going in all ways, shapes, and forms. And we're hoping that it works. Now we're waiting to see, and it sounds like we're reconnecting, and it might happen now.
How do I sound? I don't hear it. I'm doing good.
Yeah, you sound a little farther away. You sound like you have new headphones in, which I think you do, or something in, or which is fine.
I do. Yep.
So that's just stereo. I don't know what our Zoom sounds like.
I have the better headphones for the Zoom onto the YouTube.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
The Lord, from your mouth to the Lord's ears.
Well, hey man, how you doing? You ready for this? You excited?
No, I'm far from excited. I realize now that I see this live on YouTube thing in the corner. It's like I need to put a little thing over it. It's like you got to hide your own window so you don't see how crazy you look when you're thinking about it, like because you think too much about it. Yeah, it's one of those. And all of a sudden, like I couldn't find my phone. It was like, where's my booze? Where's my shot glass? I have nothing I need for this whole thing. Everything is going wrong. But literally, that is how I start every goddamn stereo show. Is not prepared for anything. When we truly say, like, it's a show about you presenting things to me I don't know about. I don't even read the goddamn title of the show most until we're here. It's like, what? Bullfights and hypnosis? Okay, I didn't read this one. You're like, bro. All right.
I mean, you just realize how unprepared you were. Like, I rarely ever read that. Yeah, I didn't read this one.
Yeah, I got nothing going here. I got nothing. What do you got? I got nothing.
I think we should make a video of me getting ready and like doing the research and printing it out and getting my whole workstation set up, and then you like waking up from a nap and running to the phone as we're starting.
Sense a montage coming on, John. It's gonna be good because I feel like it should start out with like Eye of the Tiger for John. And it's like, then it switches over to like the slow Benny Hill music. And
it should be like several clips of you just sleeping on your chair or something, like do 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 do.
Yeah, it's definitely. Well, that's the thing. I realized that I feel good about myself is I do nap and sleep a lot, but I don't lay down. Like I don't go to a room to do it. I sleep where I fall. You give me a chance to sit down, I'll nap for 5 minutes. I'm like, ooh, ready to rock.
Your bed is where you stumble to.
Exactly. The world is my urinal, and Home is where the house is. All right. There. That's the last things I needed to grab for the prep. Oh, shit. It's a long road. It's a long road.
I think. I mean, anything else to check in? Any more updates before we get jumping into the show?
I feel updates. I have. It's in exactly 7 more days. I'll be done working for the year until the 4th of January.
Is that 7 working days or 7 days including the weekend?
7 days from today.
Nice, baby.
I'm counting down 7, 6, 5, 4. Fuck yeah! Hey, is there a way to see what you're doing on YouTube? Like,
you can, but it's a 20-second delay.
Oh no! I'm not saying I don't care about that shit. But I'm saying to see what people are viewing. So I'm like, does no one want stereo? I feel I'm hurt by this. Like we have a one-eyed pirate here. Yar, his name be Griff. Yar.
Pirate Griff, we are on YouTube Live. If you'd like to check that out, you could click on any one of our profiles and go to our YouTube. We are live right now. So you can see our mugs as we do this.
Should have updated my profile for the YouTube thing. I didn't do that. I changed my Zoom name halfway there. I get half of the text.
Okay, well then go to my profile.
Yeah, and click on John's profile, and the YouTube link will be there, and you'll see all the glory that we are doing. But,
let's see what he's got to say. Oh, good. He's jumping in already. He's coming in hot.
Yeah, coming in hot like a pirate always does.
That's right. He are.
Yeah. He comes in with hard coming in jokes.
Hot. Howdy.
No. This is horrible. Like, I thought you would have redone this for our first show. Oh, and the dancing makes it even worse. It's like, how can you make a didgeridoo because you sound worse? Make a John dance. Fucking ginger dancing bastard.
I'm John L. Peacock in Brooklyn, New York. This is my boy Pete out in Southern California, and you're listening to Two-Sided, where every episode I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the fun and the serious.
And I answer that challenge right back because it's the right and the wrong, the me and the you, John. This is how our friendship operates. This is how we have a show. I can't believe we had to start this years before.
The right and the wrong?
Speaking of the wrong, they after me. Who they after me?
So we're going to jump right into our first segment of the night. It's, of course, going to be a lightning round.
That sounded even better than the last time! Lightning! Yeah, baby!
Hey, lightning guy.
Hey, John! No talking!
We talk every week, man. We talk every week.
I know, but I miss you. I miss you during the week. The storms don't come when you're not around, baby. Yeah!
It's like a cloud's always hanging over my head, huh?
Right? It's kind of, I was saying the same thing. It's like you're kind of like the Eeyore of the group. Going to a party. Yeah! He's an Eeyore. I love him. Let's fucking rock, baby. Wow!
So glad you noticed. So, lightning round, lightning guy, can you go back to the closet? Because these questions are for Pete. Our first lightning round of the evening is always a standard Q&A. Pete, are you ready?
I believe I am getting there right now.
Okay. All right. As you're preparing, let's going to start you out with a really easy one. What is a typical day in Southern California like? What is a typical day in Southern California?
Oh, bro. So we get up real fucking late, okay? and we probably go get some mochas, like pretty sick mochas, and I get extra frap on mine. And then we go down to the beach and see if there's some fucking killer waves. And if there's not, we just fucking talk to the honeys. And if you're a chick, you're like, oh, I'm going to go cruise for some dudes. And then by like 4, you have some cocktails and then barbecues. You also have really bad roads. Oh, bro, it's badass. And then you party all night until you like 4 a.m. And then you go to bed. You start it again. Bro, it's badass. Also, earthquakes and fires. Badass.
That last part was correct. Yeah, that is a typical day in Southern California, earthquakes and fires.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But no one likes to talk about that shit. Cheers, man.
Cheers to you.
Drink.
Cheers to our first YouTube show. You're two-sided. All right.
This is where you make mistakes in life. You don't learn until you make mistakes. Like, oh yeah, we never should have done that. Yeah, you're right. Now no one can run for political office. Neither one of us. We were going to get in, and we're going to pull the other one up by his bootstraps. We're going to make our way to the top, and then we're going to rob that institution blind. But now that pipe dream is all gone. Like Mr. Offense, because we filmed shit here. Ugh.
So let me reiterate our first and possibly our last show on YouTube. Okay.
Mayday! Mayday!
Second question. What is a typical weekend adventure in SoCal?
Oh, dude. You go up where there was a fucking recent fire, and then you start going through stuff and seeing if you can find like treasures and things. Because like, fire cleanses, bro. You know what I mean? And if you can't find that good stuff, then it's like, oh, bro, we're all ashy. So you go down to the beach, get some killer waves, find some honeys, fucking party all night, you start it again. And there's the earthquakes, probably. Cool.
We're going to jump right into the next one. What does a typical cocktail party look like out there? The location, the people, the cocktails. Yeah.
See, typical is bullshit, John. There's no such thing as typical in California. Like this one, I can answer. All the other things, like, yeah, you're setting me up for good jokes. But there's no typical. It depends on what county you're in. It depends on what zip code or area code.
Yeah.
Like, You get, when you're in like in LA, Hollywood, then you move inland and you start hitting the 909 and like, oh shit, son. All right. So it's like, yeah. So you get, it can be, everyone brings a bottle and you just kind of, it's like a kickback that it reminds you of like college where there's just like, people are smoking, people are drinking, everyone's having a good time and it gets a little loud, it gets a little loose. But if you're in Hollywood or NoHo or something, you're like, shit, everyone's really cool and chill, but I feel like your shoes cost more than my apartment. I feel like I'm in the wrong place. Like if I'm drinking shots, you're like, really? Like, oh, okay. All right. You would dig it because they have a lot of good wines and shit like that. Like, yeah. Uppity sons of bitches.
All right. Last question. What would be a typical live concert in SoCal?
See, again, John, typical live concert. It's all about the venue where you're going. Are you talking about the EDM scene? Because you can go to like some badass warehouse raves in downtown LA. You can go to the Wiltern and see, it's a small stage, small theater, but it's some of the best bands that play there. You can go to the Roxy, but you can also be in the Hollywood Bowl and see some amazing or horrible shit. So it's all like, what is a typical concert? It just depends on.
Okay, well, let's talk about the local scene. Let's not talk about tours and people coming through. Like, let's talk about people who are there.
Your local musicians. So you're talking about the music scene in your local bars. You're not talking about touring musicians and what local bars have good music. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Wait, I just got to work you through your goddamn questions. That's all it is. No, there's a great local music scene because everyone is trying to make it. Everyone's trying to get somewhere. Everyone's killing. So there's so much competition, and like everyone's there. You can go see bands at any bar. You just find the right bar that has a good booking agent. And there's a couple local that I love that is like, man, every Saturday night is book bands, and then Friday is DJs. So it's like, all right, whatever you need. Like, I'm feeling a little dancey, a little, or I'm feeling a little like, you know what? Let's pick up that mountain dulcimer and a didgeridoo and go to town with some fucking spoken word. I'm with it either way.
And I'm going to say, yeah, that's a fantastic answer. That makes me want to see more of the local scene out there.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's our first lightning round in the bag, baby.
That seems very. I guess I'll see y'all next week. Thanks for coming. Thanks for letting me be here. It was kind of a shitty lightning round, but hey, that's just one lightning man's opinion.
Yeah, you need to go.
God. Yeah, he's fucking judgmental, dude. Like,
yeah.
Back in the closet.
All right. Don't let him out next time. Holy crap. Okay.
I know.
We are moving right along. We're going to go into our first segment of the night, the serious segment. You excited about this? I know you just read the heading as we came into the show.
Yeah. But I'm wondering how, because you're going to talk about the specific act and the things and how it's done. Okay. Yeah, John, I'm ready.
Oh, we got YOLO.
Oh no. See, John?
Like this, but I mean, I'm driving white from you, and you look like cool guys. And I don't know why you look like from Hobbit. These two.
You, Frodo.
Old.
I guess you're a dwarf.
Yeah,
you're more than a dwarf.
They're dwarves.
It reminds me.
Yeah.
And
I'm my boy Pete Oakenshield, son of Thrain, son of Thrawn, king under the mountain. I returned. No, actually, when she said it, because I have my fuck off beard, but with your hair and your special little look there, you look like Gimli. If we cut you off at the knees and put you in a fucking robe, some furs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look like Gimli with a gimlet. Look at this guy. He's a drunk dwarf. I am. Yeah, maybe a different. You got to get a different cup. Also, that's my cup.
What are you talking about? No, this is mine.
Yeah. No. That's it. Here, you can use one too. That's for Pete's house. John's just stealing shit out of my house. I had 2 cups in my entire house, and now I have 1, and I have no mouth, and the eye keeps falling off, dude. The eye keeps coming off. So it's very Eastern.
Gives you a little insight, little foresight, little something sight.
Yeah. How dare you, foresight? YOLO, you're still here. Okay, no, I'm with you, YOLO. I'm 100%. We heard your message, played it. I was telling John we need to figure out a time for, same with Zippy, same with you, because the time changed. Like, let's do a special once a month or every other week show where we set our alarms. It's like I get up at 4 a.m. or I stay up till 3 or like we fuck our shit up. So it's like, oh, it's 7 p.m. for YOLO or 8 p.m. Like, okay, or whatever. Okay, shit's done. Like at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I don't know what that would be, but I would be so down for that because same with our Aussie friends.
Yeah.
It's like we're catching them first thing in the morning and that's work days and shit. Like, yeah, this whole time change, time zones, time crunch, time conundrum, we're inverted bullshit is just it's limiting. It's limiting what we can do, John. Limiting.
When the world becomes smaller, time becomes much more irrelevant, irregular.
I don't know. You sound like one of those round earthers talking now, because you're almost saying that time is not linear. Whatever, bro. I'm saying Ziggy says there's a 21% chance that you're an idiot. Oh wait, that's 31%. Shout out to Quantum. Shout out to Quantum Leap, and you and your goddamn shadows, John.
Shout out to Ziggy.
All right, so I'm ready for the tough bullfighting bullshit.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the history and the current form of bullfights. Mostly speaking of the bullfights coming out of Spain for its current form, but the history and the current form of bullfights.
Okay, so we're only doing Spanish because I knew a little more about Portuguese. Because, well, all right, go ahead. I'll interject all that into.
So a quick, very, very oversimplistic history because they don't know too much. Bullfighting exact origins and are lost to history.
Because I'm quick and simplistic. Continue.
Though the spectacle seems to have many anecdotes, the excavation of the Knonos on the island of Crete, for example, has revealed an ancient fresco, Minoan fresco from 1500 BC, depicting games with bulls in which young people of both sexes are shown grabbing the animal's horns and vaulting over them. And so the bull spectacle, it seems to have been around from at least 1500, probably 2000 BC, so 4,000 plus years. Combats and spectacles, with bulls are also common in ancient Rome, but the action actually depended on the inherent trait of domesticated bulls fleeing the attackers. So it was much more just of a slaughter and watching the bulls run away. This distinguishing trait of the Iberian stock used in bullfighting, as it's known today, the Iberian stock and those who used it were used with the stock that is now used today in the Spanish bullfighting, of those who were actually much more aggressive and attacked the spectators and the fighters. And so this was the difference between them and Rome. Yeah.
So to clarify for anyone listening out there, because John gets tongue-tied and gets excited about talking about stock, the difference between stock, like. It's a bull market. It's a bear market. Sell, buy. Like, no, John, you didn't clarify what stock is. You kept saying Iberian stock. Iberian stock is aggressive. Like, what was that? That means that like a mutual fund? Can we diversify? So what John is saying is the Romans had bulls. Spain over in Crete got these Iberian breed of bulls who were, as if we put it into terms, it would be like the Huskies or the Pit Bulls. See, no, that's even, but it'd be more aggressive, more apt to be aggressive. If you train them to be aggressive, they're more apt. So the Iberian bulls
is right.
The Iberians were, so the stock, as he calls it, is the breeding grounds of. And that leads me to my next thing. We're going to talk about in artificial bull insemination in next week's show. So make sure you're tuning in for that. And that's how we get our stock.
So in 711 AD, the Moors of North Africa, who overran Andalusia, which is modern-day Spain, changed bullfighting significantly from the brutish, formless spectacle practiced by the conquering Visigoths to a ritualistic occasion observed in connection with the feast of days on which the conquering Moors, mounted on high horses and highly trained horses, confronted and killed the bulls, later to be eaten, slaughtered and eaten that day.
Okay,
So the new
I had
form is
nope.
okay.
Nope. You're having audio problems, and I was like, "Am I having audio problems when you're talking?" Because yours is chopping all the things, and you were giving a bunch of impertinent, nonsensical information, and it was chopping. So it was as a twofer attack in my ears. Like you were forcibly putting horrible information in my ears that I did not want there, and it was coming in poorly.
Should I switch over the headphones?
No. Well, it's just you don't have to, but that was a new change. Up until this point, I'm letting you know, as the technician, as the engineer, these are the things that I am going through. I don't tell the costumer how to dress me. I let the costumer know what is happening with my costume. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, they'd hunt them and they'd eat them after they fucked them up. Yeah, which is what the Portuguese did. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. So, but it was mainly the royalty who were mounted on highly trained horses, with some peasants helping to maneuver the bull and get it tired. If they were ever in danger, the men on horse to get them away from that. So they were aristocrats showing off their skill as royalty, and that's. But they were using it on horses, right? It was basically there was nothing to it. They were very little chance of getting bored.
But it's the same thing that has translated. Because we still have our picadors. They still have people who come and fuck the bulls up for a good 20 minutes, get them all fucked up and get them tired. And then like, okie dokie, artichoke, here's the main event. And look at this tired bull. Miss it. Like, ugh. I always root for the bulls, man. Okay, go ahead. I'll tell some great bull stories. Go ahead.
Well, and as you are mentioning, the next major development in bullfighting is much more like the modern forms in both Portugal and Spain, where the main fighter is not the person on the horse, but the matador,
right.
As you were mentioning. Yeah.
The matador, the matador is the shit. Like, and there's like, they're the ones who like, all the men want to be them, all the senoritas want to fuck them. Like, it's just, the bulls are pretty excited too. Like, you know what, maybe we could just be friends and hang out. And, bro, if we can get cocktails. No, bull. No.
And the matador was always around, but literally their job before then was just to, kill the bull at the end. When the bull is finally tired enough and wounded enough, and just to go up, no spectacle whatsoever, just one slice to make it as quick as possible after all that suffering. And that was always been their job. But they went from just the end of everything and not the spectacle whatsoever to the main event over these hundreds of years.
Right, and then we have the other people coming in. It just the jobs have shifted, and I really think it's just the same as like, because bulls are cattle, and it's like, this is livestock. It's like they're not protected. It's not like, oh, you can't. Hear me out, hear me out, John. I'm going the right way. I promise you. If you let me get to the end of this, I promise. It's livestock, so it's like, yeah, well, whatever. You can. I mean, you're gonna turn them into burger or glue or whatever anyway. So, but I don't believe in torturing animals. That's not a thing. I think keep them going. Like, yeah, let's keep bullfighting, but there has to be rule changes. It's like the Nevada Gaming Commission, when you have a box, like, yeah, we're all boxers and we have this, but I am now the Portuguese, the Spanish, bullfighting gaming commission. It's like, okay, here's the deal. The bull gets 2 days of rest, relaxation, all the best things it can get. It has trainers. It has like, come on, you're a good bull. You can fuck shit up. You're going to do really good.
Right.
And no one touches the bull until like, okay, Matador, fresh bull, Matador, go. I'm like, okay. And as soon as the first 2 get killed, like, maybe we should not do this. Let's do another animal. It's like, yeah, okay, the next one is you get bears. You get live grizzly bears and little swords, and no one can touch him. And he also, we're going to rub her cubs on you before you go out. Get him. All you need to do is kill a few people. And it's like, you know what? Maybe this is not so good.
Right. Right.
However, bro, unfortunately, I love the fact. I love the after effects of the bullfights. I went in. I grew up in Northern California, and Galt and Acampo were there was a super big Portuguese population. So one of my best friends growing up was Portuguese, and so I'd go to 2 of them. Would go to bullfights, and they do, and it was like small town, almost like county fair type shit. One bull, they would do the thing, and they would kill the bull, but literally right after, they'd carve it up, start cooking it, and it was like the entire thing was out there. So it's like you get blood sausage. I'm like, that's delicious. Like, it's awful.
Yeah.
Like, you're thinking about it. It's delicious. It's a whole thing.
This was a live less than a day ago.
Yeah, and that's when I start looking at people's sermons. Like, you look delicious too. You want to go for a car ride? I'm gonna have a picador come and soften you up, and then I will finish you.
I'd say let's go for a walk, but I don't want you all sinewy and tough.
Exactly, and also, yeah, preambulation is not the thing. Yeah.
So 1726 is when this modern day of bullfighting, when the Matador became front and center. And so it's been the modern form has been around for that long. So it's the tradition as it is still a rather old tradition, even though in different forms it's dated back to the BCs.
I mean, just because it's been happening for a long time doesn't mean it's the right thing. And just because we cancel something that's been happening for a long time doesn't mean that was the right thing. I personally think we should be able to smoke in the workplace and have cocktails and comment on other people's physical appearances. Because, John, how will you know that you're doing a good job unless I give you a quick smack on the ass when you're walking by? Attaboy, John.
Smack.
Keep up the good work. Or on anyone. Like, we're taking steps backwards. But I do believe we should stop bullfighting. But let's smoke in the office.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to keep this light and airy.
Cheers.
Thank God no one's here. Cheers.
So we don't need to go too far into the gruesome details.
No, we don't.
Whoa.
No, we don't.
But there's a couple of interesting. So many people you have a misconception because they think of Ernest Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises, or they think of Bugs Bunny and his bullfighting cartoons, and they don't really know what is actually happening. And so they think that the bulls hate the color red, and so that red is the thing that they charge at. But bulls are colorblind, and usually the inside of capes or the cloth that's being used is yellow, and they'll charge at that as much as any red cape. It's usually red for the people and not for the bull.
It's the stupidity of society. It's the same thing as cobras don't come out of the thing with the music. It's the movement of the flute that they're playing. Same thing with bulls. It's the movement of animals are dumb. Most people are dumb, and we can con them all if we have the right movement, John. This is the movement we need. Oh shit! Did I just give something away? Back this up. No one listen to this. We're not taking your soul. We are. We definitely are.
We'll edit that out in 3, 2, 1.
Perfect.
Okay. So the cloth is an essential part of the matador as they're known today, and it must be held directly square in front of the bull, as to create the illusion that it is a three-dimensional object that is moving around and that will be gored by the bull's charge. If this illusion is ever incorrect, like the cloth is slightly to the side and the bull sees that it's actually charging at a two-dimensional object, or if it ever touches the cloth to see that it is only two-dimensional, the illusion is shattered. The bull's illusion is shattered. This is known as sentido.
This is known as the Acme effect. Every time the Roadrunner gets the coyote to run into a stone because it's a tunnel, he's like, that's not a through line. I am now shattered until next episode. I might fall for dynamite or an anvil, but no more into... But then he does.
Right.
But yeah. So it shatters the illusion. It's just like... same thing with racing dogs. If you ever let them get the rabbit or greyhounds, if they ever get it, they'll never race again.
Right. Because they realized what they were going after was not what they thought they were.
Right. It's the same thing if you ever give a stripper full tuition for medical school, she'll never strip again. It's like, you can't do that.
It shatters the illusion, right? That it's necessary.
Yeah. Oh, shatters the illusion. I was like, shout out to illusion. Either way.
So this effect of the illusion being shattered is called sentido. It means the sudden awareness or sense that it has been trying to attack an illusion. And you're right. Once that happens, the bull will never go after the cape again and will go towards the next object, which is the matador himself. And a good example of that happening in other animals are the greyhounds who catch the rabbit and then will, no matter how fast they are, how great they were, they will never race again. It's the same effect, sentido.
So all what you just told me, instead of like, oh, we ruined a bull, like, okay, let him hit the fucking carpet. Oh, he shattered that. Now I'm gonna go after the guy, and you do Uncle Rick or Grandpa Rick style for Rick and Morty, where it's like, here's a bunch of paper figures, and so he hits one of you. It's like, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real. It's like, at that point, it's like, who's a good boy? I'm paper. He's like, you can calm him down, fuck his world up. Like, John, this is how we start our cult. Once we get a bull on our side, it's like, come on to us, we have the answers. I'm like, no, you don't. And a bull comes out. I'm like, yeah, we do.
We do.
Presentation.
The illusion is essential to modern bullfighting, and it is more and more difficult to maintain this illusion with each passe. Each time the bull comes, close to the matador, comes at the cape, and it is ripped away at the last second, so the bull doesn't ever actually touch it. As the bull learns more and more each time, the cloth is ripped away at the last second, even if it cannot fully understand how it is happening at first.
Yeah.
So it's not about the stupidity of the bull; it's about the ingenious nature of the killer, is what's happening. So the bulls are actually quite smart. They're just the killers are so maniacal.
Yeah, bro, we've all seen Predator. We know exactly. We know how this works. Yeah, the game is smart. Killer is smarter. Unless, you know what? If the bull could cover himself in mud, maybe he'd have a chance. I don't know, man. I'm just spitballing here.
Well, that's what I got. Was my lead out.
No, that's great. That's a horrible rundown of everything. Like, it's like, in the fire of 1825, 40 people were lost. Fire escapes didn't exist. Fire was hotter. That's all I got. Anyone want to talk about anything else? Jesus Christ, John. That is horrible. Let's talk about my grandma's lupus. No. And that's all I have to say about grandma's lupus.
You ever been to one?
A lupus fest? A fire?
Bullfight.
What? I have. I told you that.
So you attended that. You said that your friend. Okay.
Correct. I went to two. And I had the bounties of one more because I got to go to my homie's house once they got home. It was like, oh, blood sausage. I'm like, oh man, I missed it. Because it wasn't, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's so normalized in the culture.
Yeah.
And it's such a celebration, such a thing that like, it wasn't, and this is this angry bull trying to kill this guy. And look how awesome he is. And of course they're going to kill him. And they're doing it humanely because it's one shot after he kills it. Like, yeah, I didn't realize at that time the amount of torture and duress and horrible shit they put it through.
The spears sticking out of its side as a one shot, just one shot.
Picador, right. All that shit. Yeah, didn't realize that. But yeah, super good. But again, you're in that mob mentality. You're like, oh yeah. And you can go have barbecue and there's dancing and music. And as a kid, because I was like 10, 11, you're all right, go play. And then like my homie's dad is like over here drinking cerveza. Oh, you guys ready? Come on, let's go. Like, this is great. It was such a great, like the concept, everything was great. It's like you don't realize, but at the same time, bro, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I don't believe there should be a sport for that, but people are like, well, then don't eat meat and be a vegetarian. Like, no, man, fucking meat is delicious. I would eat a bull. I'll eat a goddamn bull. Bet your ass I will. But kill it humanely, give it a good life, give it a name, give it a backstory. Let him say, like, here's the beautiful field. Look out in the distance. I'm gonna tell you all about the rabbits there, bully. I'm gonna tell you all about the rabbits. And then nail him. You know what I mean? But like, I don't believe in that shit here's the hatcheries and all the pig farm, like everything. Like, dude, I'll eat anything. I'll eat anything if it's free range. John, if you get free out of Brooklyn, I will eat you if we are stuck in a mountain. So help me, I'll hunt your ass down.
One thing that the current Spanish bullfight tradition has is that the bulls who are chosen for the corrida are allowed to live a year longer than those assigned to the slaughterhouse. All of those bulls, whether they're assigned or not, that have that, that are of that stock, going back to that,
right,
are basically free range, have pretty, they're not stuck in cages their entire lives. They're not treated as slaughterhouse cows are here in America.
100%, I'm with you. But okay, so here's the conundrum. I'm glad you said that because this is a great callback. Just like in Quantum Leap, when they leap to the place where, go to the ATM and he wins the lottery. And it's like, you're a lottery winner. And it's like, you're celebrated and here's all this stuff and everything's great for you. But, this is how we keep our population down. So after your feast, you have to go and willingly die.
Yeah.
And these are the people, if you take money out, if you do the thing, it's like, and the argument was like, but they're all willing and they had a great life. And the money they got to take out, they got to spend and they got to have as much as they wanted. Great life. Great way to go out. It's like, yeah, but if Ziggy said there's a 21% chance that this is bullshit, I think the bulls might think there might be a little higher percentage. That's all I'm saying.
I also saw a bullfight. I was in Madrid and I just went to one. The fights usually consist of 3 matadors and 6 bulls. There, earlier one and later one. So we just saw the later one, and it was, I don't know, a lot of conflicting, a lot of crazy things happened. So one matador was terrible. He was really, really horrible, and he caused that bull to suffer in a way that, like, you could see the crowd traumatized by it.
You don't need to go into horrible stuff like that, John. Like, you're doing
that's all I'm going to say about him.
Stuff.
That's all.
Be quick about it.
the last one, he was known to be fantastic, but apparently he had the greatest fight of his career. And to us, my friends Ed, Nikki, and others, and we Americans who were just traumatized, we saw this dance that occurred. We saw this really. It was it was morbid, but it was beautiful. It was beautifully morbid. It was really just this like hypnotizing force that the entire crowd stood to their feet at the end and waved white flags. And there's a tradition when it's that good of a fight that he keeps the ear of the bull. And all that happened, and that's such a rare occurrence. And there was just, I understood, like you said, that mob mentality, but I understood like it at its peak of unity and positivity, even though it's coming out of something that has such suffering. And I'm not condoning it in any way, especially from what I saw before or in the earlier fight. But there was something to it that I will never forget.
All right, you Gimli-looking motherfucker. All I'm saying is we've been changing roles in the last couple times. Like you were fucking Mr. V up the other day. I was like, dude, that's my job. You got to be nice to him. Are we doing bad cop, good cop first? Like, what's happening? And now you're doing this, John. I got to understand. What are we doing? Yeah. But all of what you're arguing for is, hey, man, Lord of the Flies happens. And when you're in Lord of the Flies, you just got to kind of break Piggy's glasses and go with the conch. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what you said. I saw the beauty in it. I saw the thing. I said, like, we were just people being people, attacking other beings, killing them and eating their blood. Jesus, John, who are you? I'm the one who's aggressive. You are the fucking patron saint of stupidity. No. You're a learned man with horrible Gimli hair.
Hey, Mind Fox, we got a couple of buttons to pop, so I'm gonna
do it to it.
Have it on. I'm gonna have it on speaker, so do not speak. Remember, we're doing that thing because Mind Fox. We are currently on YouTube live, so if you want to check that out, you can go through my profile. All right, Here we go. If I can push the button, come on. Wow.
Wow, stereo looks a lot different. I fucking updated it today.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking about going live myself. All right, so I'm checking you guys out on Zoom. There's like, I don't know, 25-second delay.
It's horrible.
From stereo to Zoom. You hear stereo way faster. Anyway, YouTube, not Zoom. But you're on Zoom.
Yeah.
And you're live.
Right? Bro. Yeah!
All right, you got my brain spinning and shit.
Right, I'm saying, bro.
I'm over here working on this completely different shit. And y'all just
man.
Messed me all up. But I appreciate y'all. How y'all doing? Oh, check the fucking YouTube chat. One of you guys.
Hey, John.
Beat your work on that. I'm going to pop his next one. Here we go.
Holy shit, okay. Well, I don't know.
Look, one of you guys should, I don't know if that played on the last message. One of you guys should be nominated to watch that YouTube chat. Because I said what's up to you guys, and then somebody else was talking too.
See, John, that's what I was saying. You told me because I asked you, here's the YouTube, and you're like, hey, dude, I don't have admin. Yeah, no. As soon as I jumped on, it was kittens falling off of trees. I don't know how to do it. YouTube, my shit is all dialed in for my kitten videos, and that's a joke. Live. So I can watch our shit. Oh, but how can I respond to it? Oh, but they have to be listening. Everybody know, everybody don't. See, John? So you have to do it so you can answer it because I don't know how to do it.
We don't answer through type. We just say speak back. So we just have to be on it.
We don't type? Okay. Okay, I can watch.
There we go.
How does this work? I gotta. No, it's already muted. Okay, but how does?
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
good. Yeah, you
dislike
don't
it.
need to do anything.
No, but I don't have any comments going. I'm gonna definitely dislike it. Like, this is bullshit. This is the worst.
I think.
I'm gonna also
think
report us. I'm gonna report us. I'm gonna fucking dislike. Fuck you guys.
I think
Both
I
are
need to
assholes.
distract you with our next.
This is
lightning round.
live. All right, dude. It makes it less funny when they can see me like trying to. Yeah. It doesn't carry. I have a face for radio. Shut the fuck up, John. You have a voice for video. Your cancer won't let you talk. What? I don't know how to get to us. No. It says we're... all right. So... go ahead.
You saw the chat, right?
No! I'm trying to find it. You don't understand, John. When I said I can't, I can't. I don't know.
It's directly
There's
below
no
the
chat.
live video.
Bro, don't make me take my fucking camera off and show you what my screen is. Theater, mini player, settings, autoplay, full screen. Oh, that's the trailer. These motherfuckers, how do I subscribe? I subscribed.
So go to the live chat, and then you see us 20 seconds behind us, and then you just
live. Oh, there you go. Shut the fuck up, John. I'm good. Oh no, that's awful. And chat. Okay.
Right. Just
let's
scroll down so you don't look at the video because that's going to mess you up.
How do I? Okay. Yeah. No. Scroll down. What does that mean? Oh, wait. No, you have an Apple because my shit's on the right. Unfortunately. Oof.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Okay, thanks. We all understand. So, John, can you monitor and talk about what's happening? Can that be something you do? Because right now, it is wrecking my world. I have you here, me there, and we're all doing different things. John, I feel like I'm trying to get the Jackson 5 back together, but we're all fucked up, and we're all doing different things. I'm on tour. No, I'm on tour. Shut up, Marlon. Get your ass in the fucking car, Janet. This is bullshit.
Tito, don't tease.
Okay, YOLO. Okay, see? Tito. He go cry in the car. Okay, see, I see it now. This is awful because I feel like it's running a clip. It's like this is Ocean's 13 where someone hacked the system, and I see the bank vault's like, everything's fine, and my finger keeps running back. Do I always use my finger that much? This is awful.
Okay, don't look at it anymore. Get rid of it. I got it.
No, that's good. But I'm going to go ahead and say shit so everyone knows I was there. I did something. I was part of this. Look at me.
Believe YouTube Live just destroyed my boy Pete's mind.
You guys, have you ever thought about... Oh, no, I'm living in a Russian nesting doll situation here. Where I have to close this. I feel like I'm going to make jokes about it.
I got it.
I did. I did. Like, that's wrecking my goddamn mind. Like, maybe the after effects are still affecting me. Give me like 4 seconds. 3.
Yeah.
2, 1. Don't move your hands because moving hands seems to be a trigger. And I'm good. Let's live, baby! Woo!
Here you go. There you go.
Good
little pacifier for you.
Good one. Thank you.
So this is an old one. It's actually our first augmented lightning round segment ever, and we're bringing it back. It's called Bizarro Answers. Bizarro Answers. So for Pete to answer the opposite answers of what he would otherwise.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
You ready?
Not at all.
Fantastic. So Pete, what What's a typical day in Southern California?
John, first off, I want to compliment you on your skills as an interviewer, as a programmer, because Bizarro Pete thinks you have done one heck of a job, Mister. Typical day. I mean, get up early, work hard, play hard, have a lot of good times. You know what? We invest in technology, invest in the future, invest in the children, John. We believe everyone has a voice and it should be heard. We believe the children could be the future if they have the right upbringing. That is our job, John. And don't worry about the fires. We've now sanctioned PG&E. We've raked the forest. We burned down Paradise, where I heard a lot of that bad stuff was coming from. So don't worry about that. We're gonna be okay. That's what we do.
Great. All right, your next question. What is a typical weekend adventure in SoCal?
We do a lot of sleeping. We don't. I can't tell you the last time any of my colleagues, friends, foes consumed alcohol or drugs, prescription or illicit, on a weekend. It's just, or during the week. It's just crazy. We sleep. We watch the news. We catch up on current events, and we think about what a great production manager John L. Peacock is what we do.
What does a typical cocktail party look like out there?
We don't drink, John. But we'll get together and we'll have some LaCroix. We do a lot of LaCroix. It's beautiful. They're delicious. There's no calories, but it's like, do you like grapefruit? Well, this kind of tastes like grapefruit. Do you hate grapefruit? Well, it only kind of tastes like grapefruit. Either way, you're only a little disappointed, which is better than you could do most of the times in life. So, pretty good LaCroix parties.
Yeah. Final question. What would be a typical concert, live concert in SoCal?
Oh, live concert. Well, we like a lot of pretty much Mormon Tabernacle Choir is the baseline of what we like. If you have robes and you have 4-part harmonies with a group of 100 people or more, I am in, is what most of our society says.
I think they like it. I think they like it.
No. I'll try to answer better next time. Or will I not? Tomorrow gets fucking weird. John, you make it weird.
I like it. It was our first one. The first one totally failed, but I think we've augmented it enough.
I know. But you ask the same weird questions before and after you've done it before. It's like, I don't like the questions first time. It's like, hey, are you sick with the flu? Do you want to eat this horrible food? Yeah, you hate it the first time. Wait till you puke it up the second time. It's going to be even better. The only time that works is fucking chocolate ice cream, John. My dad told me that. Best advice he ever gave me. Hey, man, if you're going to be puking all week, eat some chocolate ice cream. Next time you puke it up, it'll be like heaven. You won't even feel horrible shit coming out your nose. Like, I do, but it's chocolatey and creamy. Thanks, Dad. You've really led me the right direction.
We got a message here. All right, so be quiet. Here we go.
And weed. Tons of weed everywhere at concerts.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because that was always in California. And I was going to say, especially outdoor. No, even indoor, even small clubs, even little tiny bars, anything in California, but even before it was legal, like fucking 10 years before it was legal. It was still like, you'd walk in like, hey man, someone has weed here. Let's go make friends. Find whoever has fucking weed and let's make friends. And that was kind of like, found him. Come over here. Let's buy a drink. Come over here. And that is how the barter system works.
And that is how the bartering system works. Cheers to another lightning round. Let's pop into our final segment of the night, the fun.
Oh, the fun, not the funny.
Yeah.
And if you all will notice how he doesn't say that, it's only fun. It's not funny. Nothing John does is funny. It's all fun or serious.
Well, you'd like brag on me like, this is not funny. I'm like, it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, but like if you think on a spectrum, I'm just thinking of like if you're doing acids and bases on a spectrum of 1 to 10 and 5 being like this is neutral. Where would you place? All right, fun and serious. Bullfighting, hypnosis. You're like, God damn it. You're like, okay, fun or serious? Yellow or disdain? Like, what? Disdain? No, this stain.
This stain, yeah.
What?
Doesn't really have a name.
Horrible. All right, let's drink a shot. God damn it, John.
Cheers. Cheers, Mind Fox. Cheers, Griff. Thanks for listening.
Cheers, brother. Be a star. Oh no. Oh no.
For those watching at home, this is my mini fridge in which I have all my accoutrement for cocktails. Pete's big fridge is behind him.
For those watching at home, John said, near, far.
Near,
actually, when he's like, we're going to do the next segment, he turned around after a shot and totally stopped talking. He's like, this is what I get to deal with all the time. And John's like, are you listening? Yep. I'm just making cocktails. God damn it. Focus. You're on camera, man. Find your light, John. Find your light.
Well, if you like what you've been listening to so far, there is more Two-Sided out there. You can subscribe to our Instagram and Twitter pages, also our YouTube page, now up, now active, and live. All 3 are on my profiles and will soon be on Pete's profile when he gets around to it. We also have our...
Once John pays the ransom fee, I will do what he says. Until then, I don't know you, man. I don't know you.
Shout out to hackers.
Shout out for ransoms. That's how I paid for this condo. Your cup is making me disconcerted. I don't like it. I think it's making the audience. I've seen a lot of posts. There's been a lot of comments. No, stop it. No, look at it. No, don't make it. Jesus Christ. Everything you do, I think about you. Everything you do, oh, I think about you. Okay, see?
We also have our Gmail to suggest a topic or to request coming on to our Tuesday open chat shows. That's twosidedpod@gmail.com, twsidedpod@gmail.com. And we are on Spotify. Just search Two-Sided in podcasts, and you can find us, follow us, and new episodes or initial episodes will be coming out soon. Forthcoming.
Yeah, and I think I know you have that on there. You should just put on some of the last. Just say fuck it and put on some of our last shows. Just do it and like put it up there and like placeholder and have a disclaimer at the beginning. Hey, we're brought to you by Skylight Frames and Tobacco. Also, this is a show that we had on. We'll have better shows later. We do disclaimers at the beginning. Be like, I don't know, but we have to figure that shit out because. At least because you can't keep saying we're on fucking Spotify if we have nothing on it. You can't keep saying
a trailer, right.
At least take it out of your speech. I challenge Pete. You don't challenge me with shit, John. Take that out of your speech. It's like a child trying to steal candy from a grown-ass candy salesman. No! No! Good humor, man, and you cannot take my ice cream, John. Fuck that shit.
So we're jumping into our final segment of the night, hypnosis.
The fun. Yeah, as soon as I read the title, I got very, very fucking sleepy. So I feel like it's working.
So, hypnosis is a psychological state where certain psychophysiological attributes resembling sleep or and only superficially sleep only superficially and marked by functioning of the individual at a level of awareness other than the ordinary conscious state. This state is characterized by a degree of increased receptiveness and responsiveness and concentration, in which inner experiential perceptions are given as much significance as is generally given to only external reality.
Bro, okay. So what you are doing, the definition you read, the reason this is so dangerous, because people think of hypnosis, the basic hypnosis, as the 1950s, look into my eyes, you are getting sleepy. Hypnosis of like, hey, come on stage. I'm like, ah, and you're a chicken. And every time I do this, you're a chicken. Of these weird suggestive states, right? There are those things, but the definition you read plays out to literally anyone who's going to join the cult we're going to start, of just being susceptible, man. Hey, what's the problem? Don't rock the boat. Come on, have a good time. What the fuck's happening? Come on, drink some Kool-Aid. All will be well. It's green. Drink it. I'm saying there's the definition doesn't, like, there's so many varied degrees of hypnosis. So we're talking about full on, you're a chicken. I took my pants off at work. Sleep, hypnotic therapy, like the regression hypnotic therapy of the rumor. Okay, go. Sorry.
Right.
Shit.
So,
shit. Go ahead.
And since you brought it up, I'm going to jump straight to true hypnosis or hypnotherapy does not involve the swaying pocket watches, and it isn't practiced on stage as part of an entertainment act. That is not the hypnosis we're talking about. Hey, Lonesome Lenny, right on. Someone just popped into our chat, so he said,
"Hey, hey."
During hypnosis, a trained hypnotist or hypnotherapist induces a state of intense concentration and focused attention. That is the real state that you're in. You are very concentrated and you are very attentive and very focused on your attention. This is a guided process with verbal cues and repetition.
Exactly what I have been saying about how we're getting the cult going. We get like verbal cues. Hail Pete, hail John, Pete. Fuck John, I'm like, see, we got him hail going. Pete. We start having ceremonies, verbal cues, and it's like, you know what? Maybe they don't like you out there, but me and John, we goddamn accept you the way you are. You're not good, but we will fix you and take your money. Come on in. And that's when we get the P.O. box and the khakis, John.
That's correct.
All right, fair enough.
Little history. The term hypnosis was coined in 1880s in France, 20 years after the death of James Braid, who had adopted the term hypnotism in 1841. Braid adopted that term of hypnotism to contrast his own unique subject-centered approach with those of the operator-centered mesmerists who preceded him. And that's that stupid sage act that you were talking about. That was like, I am the one who is going to look at the watch and sleep.
That still goes today. It still happens today. But that's how they think. So there's sleep hypnotists, and there's now a division. There's like, okay, so it's just like any other group of like, Oh, we're stealing minds. Oh, we're religion. We're stealing the right minds. Like, you weren't stealing the right way. I'm going to be this kind of religion. All right, well, I'm going to do this. Like, fuck off. Like, I'm going to do this hypnosis. You do yours. Please don't put me to sleep in the middle.
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
So hypnotherapy is an effective method for coping with stress, anxiety, PTSD, dealing with major traumas. This hypnosis can reduce stress and anxiety before a medical procedure, and it can deal with pain control, hot flashes, behavior changes, cancer treatment side effects, and mental health conditions. Those are major.
Boo. Boo this man. No. Fuck that shit. If you think about if it is a thing and when you are susceptible, right? So anytime you are susceptible and you're not on guard, like you're not on point, and you can only be, I'm sorry, it's maybe who I am, but you can only be comfortable with the people you're comfortable with. Like, you can't be like, and you can share things. If you do therapy, you can share things, you can do stuff, but you can't. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm saying it, and maybe it'll help, and I can work through it. And you learn this, and you tell me this, and like I can now cognitively process this and think about it on my own goddamn terms, and maybe burn your office down and all the records, and this never happened. I don't know. But to have someone who's like, all right, I need you to go to a very relaxed state. I'm going to get inside and fuck with your mind a little bit under a thing and make you think about things you haven't. Shh, I got you. Oh no, I can't handle getting a dental X-ray without like grabbing things because they put the lead blanket on you and then like put things by your face and they're right here. It's like I'm gonna punch this lady in the face and hold on to things. No one's taking me shit, bro.
She's going behind the lead curtain, not to protect herself from the radiation, but from you.
Right. No, the radiation is going to come from my explosion.
Right.
It's goddamn happening. Yeah. So that whole thing of like giving someone that ability.
And it's not the watch. It's not the watch. But
no. But
you're characterizing it. Yeah.
I know. But when we say this, it's a quiet voice, it's the verbal cues. Lay down. There's usually repetitive noises, not like but like a quiet stream with a blink in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Blink.
Ocean waves or white noise.
Right. It'll be the same thing. And during that, and you look at the cadence of it, and a good therapist or a good hypnotist or a good hustle, fucking pimp style, baby. Give me 5 minutes. I'll steal your mind. I'm going to make you hear those ocean breezes. Girl, hold that shell up to your ear. I'm going to tell you how to get to that beach. I need you to go over there to that car, $500, and you come back, give me $490. We going to the beach. Waves. Waves.
We got a couple of chats in the YouTube live. Lonesome Lenny says, "Yo, I did EMDR, which is psychotherapy regression," and said, "Whoo!" To that.
Really? No. Okay. That's the thing. So I've seen like anyone who knows Neil Brennan, great comedian, great person. He talked about his depression. He had shock therapy. He went through ketamine therapy, where he's like, you know who's done ketamine? He's like, yeah, it's a rave drug. I'm like, go on. Go on. He would go once a week, and he's like, they would put an IV, and I would trip balls in the doctor's office, and they'd lower the lights. It's like, I would trip balls for an hour, and then like, okay, go home. Like, what the fuck is happening? So, no, and he said it worked 100%. Like, he said that was one of the things that was working super well, but it was like he couldn't keep it up. It was like to break a cycle. But yeah, there's sometimes you have to break a cycle, sometimes you have to do something crazy. It's like I believe
MDMA was originally used as couples therapy.
Exactly.
Medicine, yeah.
Well, all of my relationships have gotten better the night of MDMA. And then when I don't return phone calls the next 2 months, they get worse. That's all I'm saying.
So without it, they're not good.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello. Supply, demand. Hello. Physician, heal thyself.
A big thing with hypnotherapy is the participant needs to be willing, right? That they say, if you want to go into that state, it's like meditation. If you want to go into that state, you want to go into that state. And so that's where a professionally trained person who is not going to get you into a cult like some people, but actually going to lead you through the state that you want to be in, so that you can help heal yourself.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I'm so with you. But that is literally what you were saying. That is where the hustle comes from, bro. Like that. People who are searching for an answer are susceptible to any influence.
Yeah.
So here's someone who I want to get better. Oh, do you? Okay, well, come on over here. Like and it's like, but across the board. Like I don't know where you're at, but it's fucking cults. It can be work things of like the rah retreats of like, you wash your mind of the company retreat. I'm a Google employee. Oh my God, I'm part of this fucking Beaver medical group, or you do these things like NYPD. Like you're a thing instead of you're part of an entity. You're part of the bot, and you identify with that. So it's like, yeah, it's very it's if you see someone like that, like, all right, there you go. I can see you're looking for something, and I can tell you whatever it is. What, bro? Do you remember? Off subject. Do you remember Q? Do you remember Brother Q?
Yeah. It
was him and his fucking crazy ass brothers. Those guys were great. He said that was back when we were in college and like just hollering like, "Hey girl, how's it going? Hey," like I looking back, I was like, I was kind of like a construction worker in New York, where like just walking down the quad, I was like, "What up? How's it going? Hey girl, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Hey, like, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of I feel bad about my aggressiveness of performance." Anyway, he was like, you can talk to any chick, you can break any girl down to talk to you and have a date with you if you just figure out what she wants to hear. He's like, ask her once, that didn't work. Ask her again a different way, didn't work. Try a different approach, that didn't work. Third, it's like, eventually you'll find, and that's not with a girl, I've learned that's with people.
Yeah.
Oh, you love religion, you hate religion, you love social, you hate social, you love sports, you don't like sports, you're indifferent about this, you're leaning this way, you don't like people asking questions. Fucking me either. Let me tell you. Like, you can figure out eventually the way, and then but that's the thing.
So I fully agree with you, and I think a quick relation or parallel is, it's the force. When you have the power, there's the good side, there's the bad side. There's the way to use it for positive, like the hypnotherapists out there, like those who are trained, certified, and responsible, and have have given the oath to do no harm. And there are those who are just in it for themselves and will do it just to destroy anybody's lives so that they can be better, whether it's on a small scale or on the cult-ish scale. So, yeah, I get it. I'm trying to talk about those who are using it responsibly.
Okay, no, 100%. I'm with you, but I'm such a how many. That's why they have malpractice insurance, and how many doctors have been sued because I took an oath, and because I've been living in this world a little too long. Like, oaths mean shit to me. Like, I could shit in a box and put a fucking warranty on it. It's only as good as the shit I gave you. You can get a good look at a bull's ass. Wait, no, it'd have to be a butcher. It'd be your bull. Wait. Anyway, that's what I'm saying, John.
MFA's joined us. So you know we are live on YouTube. So if you want to check us out, you can go through my profile to quickly pop on. And a couple of comments. So Lonesome Lenny, went through the psychotherapy regression. He said,
"You're talking fast like a goddamn transient." Lonesome Lenny.
In the chat on
no
live.
I'm understanding that part. I was trying to identify the name, motherfucker.
Oh. Yes, you're correct. Yes.
Hey,
Lenny.
What up, Lenny? What up, Lenny? John is having a moment now. He's excited to be live.
Psychotherapy regression for childhood trauma. Worked through it, but it took many years. It took years. A qualified, understanding therapist, and this is going to what I was saying. Thank you. Is helpful to work out the psychological wrinkles, but it takes time. It is. I've been in it for decades. So working with someone who is responsible, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Right.
Right. No, I'm 100% with you. 100% with you. But how to find that? Because when your whole thing to go to therapy for is that everyone burns you, it's like, oh, we think you're a little paranoid. It's like, yeah, until you find out they're planting bombs and bugs in your house. Have you found this? Not yet, but when I do, they're all gonna fucking pay. That's a joke, but but for real, it's my thing. That's how I make a joke about it, is because I just don't trust anyone. I believe, because of how my life I lived and the experiences I've had and the things I've done in my past because of those things. And I just feel like everyone, it's like playing Survivor. It's like, I make relationships, but how much can I trust you? Because how many times in life have you made the best relationship? Like, this is my ride or die, motherfucker. And you're burned to the ground. And it's like, oh, wait. So it's either people are bad or my judgment is bad. But either way, it's like, I probably should stop doing 100% trust. So I should probably do 50 in the good senses, maybe 25. Maybe I just stop calling people back. I don't know. But therapy, that's the thing, is I did therapy I was seeing my therapist chick until we had a miscommunication on scheduling. This was pre-pandemic. Yeah. And her office was closed. It was like, she's ghosting me. This is bullshit. And I didn't answer a call after that. And that's how I feel like I got better.
That's really weird, because I also felt that my therapist ghosted me.
No, that's all. No,
or is it them,
bro? Do you understand? No, because I understand how crazy I am. You don't. You think you're okay. It is us. Therapists do not ghost. You crazy motherfucker. Again, why are we changing roles? I'm the fucked up one. You're the one who's supposed to be fucking engineering this shit, getting it all together. Bullshit.
I was just agreeing. That happened to me as well. My therapist.
No. Again, you're like, is this us? It can't be us. Like, bro, are you popping bubbles? Do we have MFAs going now?
We have a couple bubbles.
You do.
Lonesome Lenny says that it's a nickname. It's a cartoon character. Lonesome Lenny is a cartoon character.
Oh shit! Okay. I'll look that one up.
And thanks so much for listening. I'm switching it over.
I'll be quiet as fuck. I'll be like a little mouse in the house.
Here we go.
Hey fellas, MFA here. Sorry it took me so long to get here.
Glad you're here.
It's complicated sometimes. How you doing? I'm significantly more sober than I was on Tuesday.
Hey. We're going to pop the next one real quick.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I concur.
we can stop there for a second. We have a third one, but if you want to respond.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and do it.
Let's do it.
I'm watching you live. You guys look amazing. Listening to you in stereo, watching you live. It's quite an adventure.
I'm sure because there's a 20-second delay. There is a 20-second delay. So,
so I highly recommend. So not listen to your headphones if you're watching this, and like if you have something to say, like it's what we're doing. I have this microphone. I have this shot glass. I took one shoe off, and if my DeLorean hits 88 miles an hour, then we're going to go back in time and fix all of this and maybe make John a better engineer.
That's right.
Whiskey! Fucking shit, whiskey's here! Boy.
Whiskey.
Okay. Go ahead. Go.
I was just going to say we are on YouTube Live right now. If you want to check us out, you can go through my profile. Pete hasn't set his up yet, but we are live right now with this show. So glad to see you, Whiskey Chaser. Pete, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that's horseshit, John. Pete hasn't set his up yet, but John did. John's the best. I'm the worst. You're good looking. I'm not attractive. Whatever. Lonesome Lenny was the squirrel. Screwy Squirrel is bought at a pet shop, the companion of a daft dog, because the dog looks like the Okie dokie, which way did he go? But it was 1946. Writer was Heck Allen. It stars Tex Avery was the voice. Okay. Oh, shit. Good on you, Lenny. Yeah, man. Okay. Sorry, John, but whiskey, we're live, which is a really awful prospect because I haven't been seen out in public for nearly 2 years, and when I do, I wear a hood. And I was called out the last time I was live, like, why are you wearing a hood? You still wear a beanie, right?
That's fine.
Yeah, no, but probably I'll put my hair out next time. I'll comb my beard out. I'll put the glitter in, my makeup, all that shit. It'll be beautiful.
Let's swap this last level, then we're going to get back to hypnosis. Here we go.
I'm not sure if I show up as the real MFA in your feed or John Q. Public, but I'm there in your YouTube feed. I'm subscribed twice.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah! Like I can't. I tried to look at it, and when I came up to look at it, drives me insane because it's different. It's like being in a house of mirrors. I have two monitors on my computer, and so I have things over here and over here, and so it'll be like, here's a picture in picture, and here's picture in picture, and here's this, and they're all moving in different directions. And I start to get dizzy. Like, this is the worst. I know I'm fucked up, but how fucked up am I? Should I see something about this? I don't trust those therapists. Fuck them. I'll drink through it.
Speaking of, let's get back to hypnotherapy. Lonesome Lenny says he's become much more understanding and able to adjust to situations, and also commenting, thank you so much. A very entertaining and informative conversation. Right on.
Nice. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Thank you.
And Gil Brammer just shout out. Hey, back. All right.
What up?
So we're talking about hypnosis. I'm speaking specifically to hypnotherapy and the documented effects, the surveys, just the actual science of it. And you're talking about.
And I'm actually trying to derail him and make it funny and make him go offline and think about all the ways we can start a cult if we really truly accept hypnotherapy as its true passion, power. I don't know. Continue. Continue.
Gil Brammer's whiskey. Hey, Whiskey Chaser, right on.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's Gil. Go.
Yep. Because you're in a heightened state of focus, jumping right back into the session, you may be more open to proposals or advice that in your normal mental state you might ignore or brush off. People have used this for quitting smoking cigarettes, to deal with childhood trauma, to deal with other PTSD, traumatic experiences, things that haunt them, night terrors, etc.
Terrors! Okay, but you said they're more susceptible to proposals, correct? Is what you said initially? Is that what your draft was?
Proposals and advice.
More susceptible to proposals and advice.
More open. You
more
wanted
open.
to corrupt it with yes.
Right, I did. Because I was going to make a really good joke about the Bachelorette and like, I want to marry 4 of you and maybe we should all sleep together. Like, okay, like you're susceptible because you've now been, but it's not there. Okay, advice. Like, I don't think you should do it. Fuck yeah, I think you should drink and do it. Yep, let's
there
do
you
it.
Go. When the session is complete, your therapist will wake you from this quote-unquote trance-like state, or you will exit it on your own. Because like I said, it really deals with your wanting to, and so you can come out of it fully on your own. You don't need to be talked out with a 10, 9, 8, etc., like we know from those stage shows that you referred to earlier.
I don't know what kind of demons you have in your life, John. I don't know what kind of movies you've watched and how susceptible you are to everything. But bro, what you are just telling me is like, all right, so you've seen Total Recall, right? So we're just gonna maybe go back in your memory, and like you can come out at any time, and things will be fine. Like I'll wake up, stab you that they're like, oh, I came from Mars. Like, what is happening? I was gonna be doing good this weekend. I had UFC fights coming. I was gonna get chicken wings. All of a sudden, I get your ass to Mars. That's awful, Sean. It's the thing again, bro. I'm with you, whiskey. I'm with you, Lonesome Lenny, LL, my man LL. I'm with you. It all comes down to trust. If you can find that person, like I dipped through therapists, like I was dipping through Tinder, and I was like, nope. And then eventually it's like, this is boring. I can therapy myself. And I did that for a while. John knows because I was always like, well, my therapist says, like, are you seeing someone? Like, well, no, I talk to myself loudly at night. And I'd
full conversations.
Full conversations. I derail, like, totally derail and belittle, like, what are you doing? You shouldn't be fucking distracted. Maybe get your shit together. God damn it. You're right. I should. You're right. I should. Do you want to lay down? I do want to lay down. This is being awful.
Sometimes you're a therapist, sometimes you're a dominatrix, whatever.
Either way, you know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're getting nailed. Whatever.
Whiskey says manipulation of vulnerable, desperate people, period. I love it. Ha ha.
No, girl, I am with you. And that is part of my approach in life. It's like, there's a vulnerable person. How shall we manipulate? Usually for good. It's like, let's make them better. For me. That's untrue. That's untrue. But that's how, like, the vow, bro. That's how the vow. Anyone out there? HBO, if you have HBO Go, watch The Vow, because it's like, here's how to better.
HBO Go does not exist anymore.
Hey, maybe
it hasn't for a while.
You know what? I'm gonna on MySpace, and I'm gonna really put a message out on. I don't know, man. I'm just HBO. Yeah, and don't correct me. God damn it. Go ahead.
So this is just fodder for you. This is just fuel for you. Okay, so it's unclear how intense level of inner concentration and focus attention has the impact that it does, but hypotherapy may place the seeds of different thoughts in your mind during a trance-like state, and soon those changes will take root and prosper. And also, hypnotherapy may also clear the way for deeper processing and acceptance in your regular mental state. If it's cluttered, quote unquote, your mind may be unable to absorb suggestions and guidances, where during this state it can cut through the quote unquote clutter. So that's the last that I know
The
I'm going to
quote-
give you, but you go.
Of the quote you're going to read that you read fast and aggressively that we barely had time to digest, you get very nervous and upset and read quickly. If you're giving fucking volumes of information that is very takes a second to chew on and process, maybe take a breath, think about where you are in life. You're in your bunker. You're okay. And you can trust me. I'm one of those trustworthy people. John, listen to my voice. This is how Mind Steel works. Mind Steel! Ah! Yeah, dude. No, that's some bullshit. It's just like, hey, this is how susceptible minds are taken. This is how they are susceptible. This is how it works. It's like an owner's manual to a 1964 Chevy. It's like, okay, so if I pull this, the trunk pops. Like, yeah, and if you hit that, the horn blows. And if you do this, it's susceptible to anything you want to say. Like, let's take it for a drive. See if I can't get a fleet of these motherfuckers.
So a major difference between what you are talking about and what I am talking about is very specifically that this information is out there and is given to all people as they're starting to enter into hypnotherapy.
Right. The trustworthy.
There's a reason for that. Right.
I know. No, I know. And I'm with it because I know it works. I know it works, bro. I know. So LL, Lenny, I know it works. I know it works. But to me, it's that like that trust that it's like even when I'm in my own cognitive right mind. Granted, I'm usually a little fucked up if I go see my therapist or talk to him. I'm like, well, okay, I'm always fucked up if I'm talking to my therapist. So therefore, AKA, I'm in my right mind. Anyway,
right.
But I'm not susceptible to like I'm as fuck you as I always am, even if I'm emotional. Like I'll admit, I'll say things, or I'll like, oh, I feel this way about this situation, or my Uncle Frank hugged me too much, or not enough, or I don't know, I didn't know where, or I don't know, I don't have an Uncle Frank, and I don't believe in hugs, so that was a joke, but it was poorly worded. Anyway, at that point, it's like, but I'm still in control. I'm cognitively aware, even if I have an emotional breakdown and I have a catharsis in the moment. When I walk out of that office, I know exactly what I said. I can relive that goddamn tragedy all the way to the car. Like, what have you done? What did you say? You let the cat out of the bag. But it's like, I feel like you'd have to trust someone. It's like going, bro, here's a good analogy. Okay. It's like going to wherever you are. You're in New York, so your bar's closed at 4 a.m., right?
Yep.
So your bar closes at 4, and it's like, all right, last call, everyone out. And you just sit there because this is my bar, and they love you. I'm like, cool. You can stay here until 7 when we open again. Like, but you got to go home by the sun rises. Okay. You personally are trusting your bartender, because if you are shithoused at that point, like, whatever happened, you're going to pour me things, you're going to give me food, you're going to put me in shit, like whatever. I'm out for this 2 hours.
I'm in your hands. I'm in
your hands for 2 hours. Like, I'm in your good graces. Like, I could go home, but I'll just drink some more. Let's drink. You want to drink? Okay. Like, and I'm in your hands.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be doing it, but I'm giving you power, and I'm going to time travel, drinky wise. So, and I know it's not the fucking watch, John, but this is how I do. This is
how you cope.
If you do sign language, this is hypnosis.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know. If this is sunrise, I know that. I don't know. Well, I do know that. This is Apple. Apple. Anyway. Anyway, let's not get into that. That's a masterclass. But you get to that point, it's like, and now you have to find someone, a therapist that you don't know, that you've now only gone and talked to about, like, I'm having fucking issues. I have a problem. Like, oh, you have weird shit on your desk. It smells of walnut and rich Corinthian leather in here, which makes me very uncomfortable because it's like being at home. And then it's like, okay, I'll take a little time travel and like be susceptible to what you're saying to me, and I have to give you all the trust, all the things. Like, oh hell no, motherfucker! Oh hell no! Someone hold my baby! Oh fuck that! I'm taking off my goddamn earrings. You cannot address me like that. Do you know who my father is? I drive a fucking Impala. Bullshit.
A lot of hypnotherapy does not have the person not remember what they've gone through during the session. So this time travel that it was a great analogy, but that doesn't always happen. That's
but how is that
hypnotherapy?
So how is it hypnotherapy?
A lot of
how is that?
You're in a trance-like state, but trance-like doesn't mean that you're not going to remember it.
Without drugs.
Without drugs. Well,
that's
sometimes
bullshit.
With drugs, but yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, but how does that happen? Like, does that happen?
Do you know meditation?
Bro, I know meditation, but that takes, to me, meditation takes some serious, I either have to get physically, like, I have to do yoga, hardcore. Yeah, this beard does yoga. Like, I'll have to go hard and, like, get into, like, loud music, dark room, hot, like, so I'm like, oh, it's the same thing as, like, all right, I'm going to bend over and breathe a bunch of times. And, it's like going to a hot lodge. Same thing with meditation. That's my meditation. It's like, oh, I'm going to time travel because I'm a little fucking... I find my Zen place where I'm not going to fuck you up. You ask me the wrong questions.
Camilla Reynolds just came in and said, VOI, FYI, for your information. Do you know what VOI means? VOI?
Voice. Vitriol on Instagram. Video on Instagram. Vanity only inclusive.
Valor overlaps intuition.
Yeah. Vaseline ointment internally.
No, Vaseline and ointment intensifies. Come on, you had it. That was an easy one.
No, so, come on, I know. But I didn't even write the letters down. I'm just trying to think about letters. So, see, and this is a great game. Maybe I should look it up.
Well, and Lonesome Larry's asking hypnotherapy versus religious experiences. I think that that's a perfect segue into the last bit of my research for it. So, Harvard study of the brain of 57 people during guided hypnosis found that 2 areas of the brain that are responsible for processing and controlling what's going on in your body show greater activity during hypnosis, and likewise, the area of your brain that's responsible for your actions and the area that is aware of those actions appears to be disconnected during hypnotherapy. So there is actual brain activity that is occurring during these sessions, and the other stuff that you're talking about when people are still...
Whoa. Okay, so I tuned out on you from, like, every time you start reading things like that, because I know you're reading fast and aggressively from a paragraph of nonsense. I tune you out, and there was 2 points in there, and I tuned them out. So can you sum it up, or would you like to read it again slower, and then I'll sum it up?
2 things on the brain happen. The area of the brain responsible for processing and controlling what's going on in your body have greater activity. Yeah. The second thing that happens is the area of the brain responsible for your actions, and the area that is aware of those actions appear to be disconnected during hypnosis.
Yeah. Okay. See. Okay. So everyone, where John yelled at and sped through it, because what happens is your thinking works, your mind pieces is running overtime, but you are on autopilot. Yep. It's like when you work a 12-hour shift and you're coming home at midnight from the hospital and you breeze through, I don't know how many, because you just end up at home in your driveway. Like, how did I get here? I don't remember the last 4 turns.
No recollection. No recollection of the drive home.
Because you're on autopilot. You're thinking, your mind is working because you didn't hit anyone. Pray to God. Because you're not drinking at that point. Pray to God. But yeah, this is a non-drinking thing. This is a I don't no condoning drinking and driving. Coming home from work. Period. But yeah, where you're so tired, it's like, oh my God. And you're on autopilot. Whiskey and Zippy were talking about that when they said on Wednesday. Anyone out there on Wednesdays, lost and found? No, actually, no. Whiskey, you said it before, but you weren't there. You were in Mohawk. Is it Alicia? I don't know. Anyway, someone else filled in for her on Wednesday. Anyway, but Wednesdays follow show. They were talking about that if you are deprived of sleep, if you're tired enough, it's as bad, if not worse, than being inebriated with alcohol. And I was like, yeah, but if you stay up for a day and a half and then get fucked up, is it like a twofer? Is it like don't take this hydrocodone and have whiskey? It's like, so should I take hydrocodone and have whiskey? I'm guessing the doctors just don't want us to have a good time. Those sticklers.
Is it exponential? Do they counter each other out? It's a lot of questions here.
Yeah, I mean, is this before the closet, out of the closet, or where in Narnia are we?
Really quick, Lonesome Lenny. Gentlemen, it's been an enlightening experience viewing your channel. I will come back again upon notifications. Right on.
Cheers,
so
brother.
Every Thursday this time, we'll be doing these live shows. Yep, it's our two-sided podcast.
And then we also have our John is going to post, because we do stereo. We've had a lot of shows, so we're going to actually, because we're starting a podcast, but we're going to post some of our previous stereo shows to Spotify and just post those. Some of our good ones. And like, it's been a rough road, but like, what you see is what you get. Well, you've never seen this before, and this is uncomfortable.
It is what you get. But on Spotify, we can be found under the podcast. Just search two-sided, TWO-sided. But thank you so much for tuning in for a little bit. And on the other end, Nina and MFA are still on with stereo. So thank you so much to you two for still listening. I'm going to wrap this up. I got one last thing to say about hypnosis. As I mentioned earlier, it really works when the person is willing in some way, whether they realize it or not, right? And you agreed with me on that. And it's all about making them think they're fully willing, thinking that it's fully their idea, as you just manipulate them down the road.
Pick a card, any card. That's the card you should have picked. Exactly.
Correct. Right. So that can be broken, as we see from the vow, as we see from the end, as one person gets broken and they start breaking the other people's realities, because they were never thinking that that's what was happening. They were never thinking they were in a trance state. They never were thinking that they were being hypnotized or being manipulated. And that breaking, and that breaking of illusion is known as sentido. When the sudden awareness or sense that you have been trying to attack an illusion the entire time, just like in bullfighting.
Okay, and John pulls it all around full circle. Look at this. Just in bullfighting, that is how everything works. Sentido, the breaking of the illusion. It's also one of the best vodkas I've had out of Texas. Sentido's vodka. Hey. Oh no, that's just Tito's. Never mind.
And you mentioned The Vow, which the HBO show documentary, and you see it. You see it very directly. You see when one person is in, and you see when just like it's a switch. It is literally a switch. And so with hypnotherapy, to say fully what's going on, this is what's happening to you, this is what I will be guiding you through, and having that, it's always, you know, what you, so you are always saying yes and not under the illusion that it's something else. Where with what you're talking about, stealing someone's mind, pimp, who moved my cheese, it is, I'm saying this and you're saying yes to this, but really this is happening, the other thing. And once they see it, once they see the cape move slightly, they know it's two-dimensional, they know it's an illusion, and it's
100%.
broken just like that.
100%. But if you're just devil's advocate, people for the vow, it took them 5 years to realize the cape was moving. Before, it was like 10 years before they started that, right? Hey. So most people get therapists like now you're making my cancer flare up. You get a therapist a year and a half. I start feeling weird vibes about you 2 years in. Okay, well, I can be in a cult at this point, or you could be like selling my story to HBO, or like you might be seducing me slowly. I don't know what's happening, and I don't trust anything. This is all bullshit. I know timelines. Fucking Gilligan's Island, it was just a 3-hour tour. Look what they got into. Bullshit.
Let's pop these bubbles. You mute yourself.
I'm shutting it down. I have nothing to say. Nothing to say.
But straight up, my boy Pete, I feel you on not being able to find a good therapist.
Yep. Straight up now, town.
I can't find the one that I have, and I will not let her go. She's an actual doctor. She's not just a therapist. She knows her shit. Teach CBT and DBT some fucking skills that I can put in place to de-escalate my anxiety and all of the things. Do they always work? No,
but right, you got tools, right?
That's right.
To help in times of need. Trust is huge.
Exactly, trust is huge.
If I never do hypnotherapy, I don't think I could trust anybody that much. Fuck all that. John, are you wearing a Grateful Dead shirt? Is that a Grateful Dead shirt? I love your Grateful Dead shirt.
Thank you.
I'm fangirling right now.
It's he has the best t-shirts, and they're all inappropriate because he's pasty as fuck with ginger skin. So I don't know if anyone...
to a company concert, and that's this. So it is Grateful Dead, their newest incarnation, for sure.
Yeah. I went to a dead, and like, he likes to explain. He ginger-splains everything. I'm tired of ginger-splaining this year, John. That's my new thing. I'm making a stance. No more gingers telling me what it is and what it's not.
Hey, we're going to wrap this show up pretty soon for the green show, so let's pop the rest of these bubbles.
Again! He tells me again.
Somebody hold my baby. I'm taking off my earrings. You know who my daddy is. You're hilarious. And the googly eyes on your cup. Now that's a masterclass right there in itself. That's, oh my God, this is just brilliant. I'm loving this.
I'm so happy.
I agree with Whiskey Chaser. Hard hot yoga. I'd pay for that. I'd pay to watch that. Hard hot yoga.
Yeah, it's
coming to your video show.
It's on the YouTube live chat.
Call you guys. There's your stream.
Hard hot yoga. I look forward to that video from you guys. LOL from Whiskey.
Oh no! Yikes! Oh no! What's that smell?
Get out of here.
Okay, go.
No. We don't. Right. Yeah, we can go past that one.
Yeah.
Quick sources for the serious, which is the bullfighting segment. Britannica.com was a big one. Spanish-fiestas.com was the other big one for the bullfighting history. For the fun, that's the Hypnosis. Britannica again. The Mayo Clinic, Healthline.com, and a little bit from Wikipedia for the history. All right, Pete.
So a lot of my references and my jokes We're brought to you by Marijuana Weeds, Sailor Jerry Alcohol, a great disdain for human life, and John's exponential usage of the word inclusive. Yeah. And so until we go on, John, what were you saying?
That is correct.
Motherfucker, I will match you. I will cite my sources and you can cite yours.
Before we get out of here, Pete, is there anything from this episode that you'd like to have a second thought at, a second guess, a second look? Here's another edition of Pete's Retraction Corner.
Santito, thinking, I just can't read because I'm worried about the camera now and people are looking. You know what? This is what my retraction corner is. I'm worried that I didn't do my notes. I take notes and I do a thing and I can't write them if I'm like, go on, how does this look? How does this look? How about one of these? Are those okay? And I'm doing
whiskey.
that. Bye, Whiskey. I'll see you Wednesday. That is my and Santito that I didn't make more. I didn't make more jokes about Santito. I was mad that I didn't do that because I had a lot of good in the moment that I didn't write them down, and I was like, the fucking Jackson was going to be Santito Jackson. Oh, he was like, and I was like, Jermaine, stop crying. Santito, bring me a vodka. That was one. Oh, that was a good one. There was another one. I forget. Anyway, I regret not doing my work. Do the work, John. Do the work. That's what they say in the program, the 12-step program. Do the work. It works.
And that's why in the West Village, there's a bar called the 13th Step. All right. Thanks for listening.
That is my. Can I get a ding ding ding? That is Pete's Retraction Corner. Can you fucking put a button on it, John?
And that's been another fantastic edition of Pete's Retraction Corner.
Thank you so much. It takes a goddamn village on the west side to get to the 13th step and close this one out. See, John? That's.
There you go. Thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show every Tuesday, same start time as tonight. So if you'd like to join us or you want to throw some topics out there for our Thursday shows, email us at twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. And remember to join us in the green room right now in about 3 minutes for our after show wind down. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete here in Southern California.
And this was our show. Join us on stereo next and every Thursday, and now also on YouTube Live, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the fun and the serious, here on Two Sided. Love you, Pete.
I'm fond of you as well, John. You're in the will, but every time you do this, all right. God damn it, you make loving you so difficult with this didgeridoo bullshit. What do we stop first? Like, you closed it, but I don't know how to stop this now.